She's saying one thing, but she means something completely different. You think she's just being friendly or not ready, but in reality, she's testing you, giving you the green light without actually saying it. Because here's the truth most men miss. When a woman wants to sleep with you, she'll never say it directly, she'll say it in code. And today, I'll decode it for you. Most guys get stuck in the friend zone, not because they're unattractive, but because they're blind to female language. Women are subtle by design. They're wired to protect their image, avoid judgment, and test a man's perception. So when she's into you, really into you, she'll drop hints that most men ignore. This video will teach you exactly what those hints sound like. The exact phrases women use when they want you badly but want to seem innocent. And I'm not just giving you theory. I'll give you real examples, what they mean, and how to respond like a masculine, grounded man. Number 1. I don't usually do this. It's a phrase that sounds innocent, harmless, even sweet. But if you listen closely, there's a storm of psychology underneath. When a woman says, I don't usually do this, what she's really doing is managing perception. She wants the moment to unfold, but without losing the image she's built of herself in your eyes and in her own. It's not about truth. It's about emotional optics. And if you're the kind of man who panics, questions her, or tries to overanalyze, you kill the vibe. She isn't asking for analysis. She's asking if you're emotionally strong enough to let the moment just be. Imagine you're on a date. Things get real. Her hand touches yours. The atmosphere shifts. She leans in closer and whispers those famous words. She's not confessing guilt. She's checking your energy. Do you flinch? Do you act like it's unexpected or rare? Do you fall into nervous validation? That's how you fail. But if you stay grounded, if your eyes stay calm, your body relaxed, your energy unshaken, you pass a quiet test of masculine composure. She feels safe, not judged, seen, not interrogated. That's when she trusts you with her real self. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Don't react emotionally to the hidden intentions of others. Simply observe." That's your power as a Stoic man in modern dating. Don't take her words at face value. Don't get emotionally tangled in the subtext. Simply observe. Hold frame. Let your calm speak louder than her uncertainty. When she says, I don't usually do this, she's hoping you're the man who makes her feel safe enough to do it anyway and not feel ashamed for wanting it. Number 2, we probably shouldn't be doing this. When a woman says, we probably shouldn't be doing this, while leaning into you, laughing softly, her fingers brushing your arm, that's not hesitation. That's theater. It's not a wall, it's a curtain. And behind it, she's inviting you to lead. She wants to feel something deeper than logic. She wants presence. A man who isn't shaken by the ambiguity of her words, but who knows how to read the energy between the words. Philosophically, this is about discernment, the masculine ability to hold stillness while perceiving truth beyond appearance. Like the Stoics taught, don't react to what is said, respond to what is. Epictetus said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. But it's not just about listening to sound, it's about feeling the moment. Her words may dance around guilt, taboo, or hesitation, but her body, her tone, her energy are screaming desire. In the real world, men often get trapped in confusion when women mix signals. A guy hears, I'm not sure about this, and freezes, backs off, or over-explains. But the grounded man, the one in his masculine frame, doesn't ask for permission. He doesn't seek validation. He leads with clarity. He slows down, makes her feel seen, heard, and secure, then escalates, not because he's desperate, but because he's certain, because his actions are aligned with what both of them already feel. That's the essence of masculine polarity, calm dominance, rooted in emotional intelligence. And that's what makes her melt, not your lines, not your logic, but your leadership in the moment. Number 3, your trouble, said with a smirk. At first glance, it sounds like a warning. But beneath the surface, this phrase is a challenge cloaked in flirtation. When a woman tells you, your trouble, with that sly smirk, she's not actually pushing you away. She's drawing you and testing to see what kind of man you are. Are you the kind who gets flustered when challenged? Or are you the kind who thrives in that tension, grounded, amused, unfazed? This moment isn't about proving you're good. It's about showing you're strong enough to handle the fire she carries without losing yourself. Think of a moment when a woman gave you that look, the mischievous one where she's half teasing, half curious. Maybe it was at a bar, maybe a first date, or maybe a late-night conversation where words started to slip into flirtation. She says, "You're trouble." Now, if you chuckle nervously, over-explain, or try to correct her, you lose that unspoken game. But if you just smile slightly, meet her eyes, and say, "Only a little," you shift the entire energy. You're not reacting, you're dancing with it. You're not apologizing for your presence, you're owning it. The Stoics taught us to remain composed in the face of emotional storms, whether external or internal. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius reminds himself, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. She's not your threat. Your response to her is. Her flirtation is just an emotional moment. How you interpret and handle it defines your character. Emotional discipline in these moments isn't coldness, it's power. Controlled mischief, when rooted in calm confidence, becomes irresistible. It tells her, "I can handle your fire without burning." Number 4, I'm not that type of girl, while acting exactly like that. This is classic feminine duality, a dance between wanting to surrender and still craving the feeling of choice and respect. She's torn between submission and autonomy, and what she truly desires is to feel like you led her there, not that she simply gave it up. It's not about coercion or dominance. It's about guiding with quiet strength so she feels safe enough to reveal her true self without pressure. This is the subtle battlefield where masculine confidence is tested, not by force, but by presence. In real life, you've probably seen this play out. A woman says, "I'm not that type of girl," yet her actions tell a different story. If you retreat too quickly or doubt yourself, she senses your lack of confidence and pulls away, searching for the leader she respects. But if you push too hard or come on too strong, you trigger her defenses. She feels unsafe and clamps down, retreating behind walls. It's a tightrope walk between assertiveness and patience, and most men fall off, chasing or folding under pressure. The Stoic man holds the frame like a rock in a storm. He doesn't force, he invites. He doesn't chase, he allows. Epictetus teaches us, a Stoic never forces, he allows others to reveal themselves. That means your power lies not in control, but in calm presence. You don't have to break down walls. You just stand steady enough for her to lower them herself. That's the silent command of true masculinity, a presence so grounded, so unshakable, that surrender becomes her choice, not your demand. And that choice, once freely given, holds more power than any forced conquest ever could. Number 5. Do you want to come over? Just to chill. Don't let the words "just to chill" trick you into thinking this is some casual, low-stakes hangout. When a woman invites you over late at night, after an intense conversation, or when she's in that soft, cozy mood, she's not asking to watch reruns of a TV show. What she's really saying is, "I'm opening a door for you to step into a deeper space emotionally, energetically, physically." This invitation isn't about killing time. It's about letting you lead the energy and set the tone for what comes next. It's subtle, but it carries a clear message. The moment is charged, and she's handing you the reins. Think about a time you were invited into that kind of atmosphere. Maybe it wasn't scripted, but you could feel the tension shifting, the weight of the night, the quiet vulnerability, the unspoken anticipation. If you responded by nervously asking, "What do you want to do?" or "Are you sure?" you missed the point. The moment called for calm confidence, a man who can hold space and trust the vibe without needing a plan or an agenda. When you stay composed, you become the anchor in the emotional current. You don't have to control every second, you just have to lead it with presence. The Stoics teach us that true mastery over a situation comes from inner calm and acceptance rather than forcing outcomes. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In this case, strength isn't about planning every move. It's about owning the moment with quiet confidence. When she says, just chill, she's inviting you to be the calm in the storm, the steady pulse beneath the surface. If you embrace that role, you're no longer just hanging out, you're leading an unspoken dance. And that's where real connection happens. Remember this, men who lead with quiet confidence turn casual invites into moments women remember because they didn't just come to chill, they came to be led. Number 6, I should probably go, but she doesn't leave. This moment when she says, I should probably go, but doesn't actually move is a subtle battlefield of attraction and power. It's not just casual small talk or hesitation. It's a silent challenge wrapped in vulnerability. She's testing you without words, hoping to see if your presence has enough weight to make her stay. This isn't about desperation or pleading, it's about the magnetic energy you give off that pulls her in without a single explicit invitation. Philosophically, it's a dance of presence and absence, where true masculine power shows up not in force, but in quiet confidence. You don't have to chase her. You just have to be the calm center that makes leaving feel unnecessary. Picture this. You're sitting together, the night is winding down, and she drops the line, I should probably go. Yet, she lingers laughing, leaning in, still close enough to feel your breath. You feel the unspoken question hanging in the air. Why should I stay? It's not about filling the silence with words, but about your energy and vibe. You lower your voice, soften your expression into a slight smile, and say, only if you want to. That's it. No pressure, no begging. Just an invitation wrapped in calm certainty. She's drawn not because you begged her to stay, but because you showed her that your worth isn't dependent on her decision. That magnetic pull grounded, steady, unshakable, that's what makes her choose to linger. From a Stoic perspective, this is the essence of apatheia, a state where you are not disturbed by external events or others' opinions, but remain firm and composed. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And here, your thoughts shape your presence. You're not swayed by her indecision. Instead, you embody a calm confidence that creates space for her choice. When you say, only if you want to, you're accepting reality as it is, not forcing an outcome. That's power. That's masculine strength. And men who master this understand. Real attraction isn't about coercion, it's about offering a presence so compelling that she wants to stay, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Number 7, this feels different. This isn't just another fleeting moment of attraction, it's a deeper shift, an emotional unlock that goes beyond surface-level chemistry. She's experienced desire before, sure, but never this raw, this safe, this undeniably electric. It's a moment where vulnerability meets strength, and she feels pulled in two directions: the instinct to surrender and the urge to hold back. This tension is sacred because it's in this space that true connection begins to take root. You've cracked open a door in her emotional fortress, revealing something real, something rare. That's power, not the kind that shouts or demands, but the kind that invites and commands respect through presence alone. Imagine a man who doesn't need to prove himself through words or flashy moves. Instead, he becomes the calm in her storm, the steady force that lets her drop her guard without fear. You don't fill the silence with jokes or try to impress with stories, you simply are. You lean in with quiet confidence, a gentle touch that speaks louder than any line ever could. The moment is fragile. Rush it, and it shatters. Hold space for it, and it blossoms. This is the masculine energy women crave: a solid, unshakable presence that allows her to feel truly seen and safe. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius taught that true power lies in self-control and presence, not in force or words. When you master yourself, you don't need to announce your strength. It radiates naturally, silently, and irresistibly. So next time you see her eyes soften and hear her whisper, "This feels different," recognize it as the pinnacle of your emotional influence. You're not chasing. You're not proving. You're holding the space where something real can grow. And that, brother, is the quiet conquest every man should aim for. If you've heard any of these lines before and didn't know what they meant, now you do. The difference between a man who gets laid effortlessly and one who constantly gets confused isn't looks. It's not money. It's awareness. She's giving you the signal, but you're busy analyzing her words like a robot. Women speak in emotion, in energy, in subtext. He who understands women's language owns her mind. Modern Stoic. So here's the challenge. Next time you hear one of these lines, stay grounded. Smile slightly. Hold your masculine frame. And most importantly, comment below. Which of these lines have you heard before and missed the sign? Like this video if you're done being confused. And subscribe if you want to master attraction, purpose, and emotional control like a Stoic warrior. Because if you're tired of guessing, what she really wants, this channel is your antidote.